Thanks, gentlemen. The chair now recognizes the ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Pallone, for 5 minutes for his questions.
Thank you, Chairman. In less than 2 months, we've watched Elon Musk and President Trump brazenly try to circumvent any check on executive power and eliminate independent oversight, and congressional Republicans have been silent. At the Department of Energy, as many as 2,000 career staff were suddenly fired without warning, including staff responsible for our nuclear stockpile and others from offices that were responsible for managing loan and grant programs. And the same scene played out at EPA with hundreds of staff suddenly fired or put on leave, including career staff with decades of experience monitoring EPA programs. And then over the weekend, federal workers received the latest in a series of abusive mass emails from Elon Musk, this one directing recipients to respond with a list of what they did last week by Monday at midnight, otherwise they'd be terminated. And that, of course, sparked further confusion. I ask unanimous consent, Mr. Chairman, to enter an article from the Washington Post about this latest Musk email. If I could, I'll give you a copy of it.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. So I want to ask each of the witnesses a simple question. Could the broad and sudden termination of so many career officials risk impairing EPA or DOE's ability to effectively oversee awards and loans? Ms. Murley?
The grants capacity of the agency to oversee its grants and management, we actually have a report that will be coming out talking about the agency's capacity to manage its grants, and so yes, that would be a concern.
Thank you. And Mr. Black, let me, I know it's your last week, and so I want to thank you for your service. But if I could ask you that same question, you want me to repeat it, or you?
No, I understand the question. I think that reductions of that magnitude would certainly have some impact on the program's ability to effectively conduct its work, and it'll perhaps slow work down in order to do a quality job.
Thank you. And Mr. Gomez?
Yes, so our past work on that subject shows that you need the right staffs with the right skill set in the right places.
Thank you. Mr. Ruska?
Yes, I can give you a specific example in the Office of Clean Energy Development. Among the things that happened in the last few weeks was a funding freeze coincided with a renewal of a contract with a key private sector company that was going to do independent cost analysis for ongoing projects. If those don't happen in a timely fashion, then either money goes out the door that didn't have that review, or projects that private sector spent a lot of money on could be delayed or canceled. So it is troubling.
Thank you. And Mr. Black, let me go back to you. DOE OIG has specifically highlighted the workforce concerns that DOE's Office of the Inspector General previously identified at the Loan Program Office that could hinder the office's ability to move from a posture of evaluating applications and closing loans to one focused on post-closure monitoring of finalized loans. Earlier this month, 45 staff at the Loans Program Office were suddenly terminated. Are you concerned that these terminations could negatively impact oversight and management of portfolio loans and loan guarantees? And what would even greater losses in workforce mean for oversight and accountability, if you will?
Certainly, reductions of staff at the LPO would absolutely have some impact on their ability to process loan applications, and would certainly have some impact on the ability to monitor those loans over time.
And then lastly, the administration's arbitrary and senseless cuts to our federal workforce are making it harder for DOE and EPA to oversee the grants and loans Republicans pretend to be so concerned about. If Republicans were serious about protecting taxpayers and fighting waste, fraud, and abuse in grant programs, they would be holding the administration accountable by doing real oversight work instead of smearing award recipients who are just trying to build a better future for this country. That's my opinion. I don't have another question. But I just, again, as I said, I can't believe the focus of this hearing today. It's not what I'm hearing at home. When I go home, everyone's worried about freezing of funds, termination and firing of people, tariffs. I mean, people are genuinely concerned that these Trump policies are going to lead to a recession. That's what they're telling me. The market is going up and down. Retail sales are down at an all-time low. I'm just afraid, and this is what I'm hearing, we're headed towards a recession with these Trump Republican policies. And I hate to say that because that's not what I want to see. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Chair now recognizes the gentleman from